Good day, everyone. We are Group 5, and today we will be discussing the topic of job vacancy. To guide our discussion, here are the learning outcomes we aim to achieve. So, first, by the end of this lesson, learners will understand why vacancy arise and how clear role definitions support workforce planning. Second, learners will be able to compare recruitment strategies, recognizing their advantages and limitations for the organization. Third, learners will learn to craft posting that balance clarity and appeal, covering both structural aspect and required skills or attributes. Last, learners will be able to describe the recruitment flow from promoting vacancy to selecting candidates fairly and effectively. Good day, everyone. I'm Christina N. Diaz, and let's begin with the topic of job vacancy. Advertising a job vacancy it requires a balance between truthfully presenting the requirements of the job and catching the attention of those who might be interested. So this means that when we're creating a job advertisement, they must be both accurate and attractive. When we say accuracy, it ensures that candidates understand the real qualification and responsibility, while attractiveness, it ensures that ad capture attention and motivate people to apply. To achieve this, organizations need to use the best marketing and promotional techniques. Um, a job a job ad is not just an announcement, but it's also a form of marketing. So this example from Google Careers shows how requirement ads can be more effective when they balance requirements with employees' benefits. By listing both the qualification needed and the perks offered, Google makes a job posting more attractive and competitive. This is a best practice that each HR officer can adopt when designing recruitment ads. So this way, the ad informs candidate about what is required while also showing them the advantages of joining the organization. So, let's move on to marketing your vacancy. So, advertising a job vacancy is not just about listing requirement, but also it's about attracting the right candidates. Before deciding where and how to advertise, we must ask three key questions. So, first we have where are the people with the skills I need? So this means identifying the right talent pool. You must know where qualified candidates are most likely to be found, whether in universities, online platforms, professional networks, or local job centers. Second, how do I get them? So once you know where they are, the next step is choosing the best way to reach them. So this could be through job ads, requirement agency, social media, or internal referrals. And third is how much will cost. So lastly, you need to consider the budget because some methods are free or low cost like internal posting while others can be expensive such as newspaper ads or agency. By considering this three questions, we can choose the most effective marketing channels. So before we talk about the requirement itself, let's talk about the strategies first. So strategies are the methods or approaches we use to find candidates. So we have two. So first is the internal strategies. So it involves using resources inside the organization. For example, the notice boards, newsletters, memo, and email announcement to inform the staff about openings. Another is the bounty scheme. It means employees are rewarded if they successfully refer a friend or contract who gets hired. Second is external strategies. On the other hand, focus on reaching candidates outside the organization. This can be done through word of mouth, posting advertisement in job centers. So let's move on to the recruitment itself. Recruitment itself is the process of hiring people fill vacancy and it answers the question of where do the candidates come from. So we have two. So first is internal recruitment, means the supply of manpower is done within the organization. So for example, promoting or transferring a current employees. While external recruitment means candidates are selected from outside the organization through job ads or agency or other external sources, whose strategies are the how and the methods we use to attract candidates. On the other hand, recruitment is what and the actual process of hiring, whether from inside or outside the company. So internal strategies support internal recruitment, while external strategies support external recruitment. So together they make the hiring process more effective. After understanding the strategies and the recruitment, it's important to look at the advantages and disadvantages of each approach. So this helps us see when internal or external may be more effective. Internal recruitment has several advantages. So first, it's quicker. Second, cost-effective and reliable because managers already know the employee's performance, and it also motivates staff by showing them opportunities to grow. However, the disadvantages are that it limits diversity and may result in fewer new ideas since the talent pool is restricted to current employees. For external recruitment advantages, it offers a wider choice of candidates, and it helps avoid capability or favoritism, and it brings innovation and diversity into the company. But it also has advantages. It can be expensive, the process is often lengthy, and new hires may take longer to adjust to the company culture because the candidates come from outside the organization. So that's all for our discussion of job vacancy and recruitment strategies. Now let's move on to the next topic, which will be explained by Ms. De Villeres.
Good day, everyone. I am Johnson Kate L. De Villeres, and today I'll be discussing attractive and accurate. Attractive and accurate. The best adverts are attractive to the people you want to recruit and accurate in telling them what the job involves. If an advert is only attractive but not accurate, applicants may feel misled. However, if it's only accurate but not attractive, fewer people may apply. So, in recruitment, a good advertisement should be both attractive and accurate. Accurate advertisement. An accurate advert clearly explains what the job is, what it involves, and other important details about the job. It gives correct and honest information about the role. This helps applicants understand what is the job and avoids confusion later. Example: manager required for our new distribution center. This is accurate because it clearly states the position, which is manager, and it tells where the job is, which is the distribution center. For those who don't know, a distribution center is a place where the goods are stored and sent out to stores or customers. Another example, cashier needed for a supermarket branch in Manila must be good in handling money and customer service. This is accurate because this clearly explains the role, which is the cashier, and then the place, which is Manila, and the requirements. Next is attractive advertisement. An advert is attractive when it catches attention and makes people interested in applying. It may use creative words, slogans, or emotional appeal. Example: bodybuilders and body piercers. This was part of a recruitment campaign by the British Army. At first, it sounds like fitness or tattoo works. However, it actually refers to soldiers helping with food distribution and vaccination programs. The unexpected wordings grabs attention and makes Army roles seem meaningful and impactful. Next is, what language can you smile in? It is from British Airways advert for cabin crew. This is attractive because it sounds friendly and positive. It focuses on personality and communication skills for cabin crew. Next is pilot wanted, previous experience required. It is from the Royal Air Force. It is attractive and connects with young people who dream of flying. It makes the job sounds exciting and adventurous. Last example, rare type required. It is from the NHS Blood and Transplant. This is creative because it connects rare blood types with rare and special staff members. Next is the outer shape. The outer shape of an advertisement refers to how the ad is structured or arranged so it looks clear, professional, and easy to understand. In a job advertisement, the classical outer shape has two main parts, the heading or the beginning part and the action part or the ending part. The heading or the beginning part. This is the top part of the advertisement. It should quickly catch attention and give important information. The purpose of the heading is to attract the right applicants and give them a quick overview of the job. The following are usually the information includes. You may also use the example we provided as a guide so that you can better understand it. Okay. The organization name and logo. It is used so that people knows who is hiring. Next is the vacancy title. This is the position being offered. Example is sales assistant or manager. Next is the salary and benefit. It is the pay and extra perks like bonuses or health benefits. Lastly is the brief description of the organization. It is a short description of what the company does. And the action or the ending part. This is the bottom part of the advertisement. It tells the applicant what to do next. The purpose of the action part is to clearly guide applicants on how to apply and encourage them to take action. It usually includes first, how to apply. For example, send a CV or curriculum vitae by email or you can apply through a website. Next is the deadline and address. It is when and where to submit the application. Next is the contact details. It is the name and phone number or email for questions. And lastly, equal opportunities statement or mission statement. It is a statement showing fairness and company's values.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Jasmine de la Cruz. Now, I will be discussing the first part as the either core focuses on the advert between the heading section at the beginning and the action section. This forms the main body between the heading and the action section. It also provides the essential details to attract and filter suitable candidates effectively. This section has four key parts of specification to the applicant. First, we have the essential criteria. Second, the summary of desirable criteria. Third, disqualifiers. And lastly, the terms and condition. This specification is important to know the skills, qualifications, and experience required to the role. To better understanding of it, I will be explaining the definition of it and the example. First, we have the essential criteria. This skill is the must-have and the qualifications. These key points helps applicants self-select and apply only if they meet the baseline, which reduces unqualified submissions and saves requirement time. For example, you have to be you have to hold a bachelor degree in a relevant field. Second, you have to have a minimum of 3 years of professional experience in the management. Thirdly, proficiency in specific tools like Microsoft and programming. Second, the summary of desirable criteria. The additional experience, encouraging a wider range of strong candidates without excluding potential stars who lack one item. For example, you have it's not um, it's not required, but it would have a very big impact if you have this kind of skills, have a strong communication skills or advanced certifications or bilingual abilities to support team collaboration and growth opportunities. Third, disqualifiers. It acts as early screening, preventing wasted interviews on unsuitable profiles and promoting legal fairness in hiring. For example, um, No relevant degree or less than required experience years. 3 years below. Lack of mandatory certifications for yeah, inability to work required shift or relocate. And lastly, terms and conditions. This provides a transparency on compensation, on logistics, boosting applicant trust, retention post-hire, and compliance during performance review. For example, a full-time work 40 hours a week with a work option, salary of 50,000 to 70,000 monthly, probation period of 6 months, must have a background you have to be pass the background check, and benefits include health insurance, 50 days annual leave, non-compete compete clause applies. The importance of knowing this information is crucial in the work industry or starting in the field of work. This also ensures the right persons or right people are placed where they can contribute meaningfully to their skills and knowledge. Skills and knowledge, and yeah, and also avoiding disruptions from mismatches and deeply understanding an organization internal structures, its roles and dynamic are essential for maintaining productivity and effective leadership in a company or place you work. Hiring the right person requires matching their skills, knowledge, experience, and their personality also to the specific job demands. It is also known as person job fit. Timely hiring is very also important. It reduces operational disruptions by preventing overload on existing staffs, which can lead to burnout, errors, or loss of productivity. It also boosts team morale, retain talent by minimizing extra workloads. And that's probably it. If you have more, you want to know more about the inner core or the knowledge about this, you can search it on Google, or by the end of this presentation, we have a lot of sources that you can search online, or you can use ChatGPT if you have any question of it. And now let's proceed to the next part of the inner shape of the job advertisement.
Good day, everyone. I'm Christine Shindo Campo. Today, I will discuss the criteria, this desirable criteria in the person specification. The second is the disqualifiers in the person specification, and the term and condition of the job. So look, let's us look the desirable criteria in the person specification. This qualification, skills, the qualification experience that employer would like idea or know like candidate to have. They may include the relevant educational qualifications, like for example IT, computer science. You should in IT department, the qualifications background, you should education background, you should be graduate bachelor degree in IT or informational technology or computer science. Next is specific work experience. Depends on the qualifications of specific job that need experience or be previous experience on the previous job before. Technical skills, communication abilities, teamwork, problem solving skills, and positive attitude. While these criteria are not always mandatory, candidates who meet most all of them have strong chance to be selected or to be potential employer. Second is disqualifier disqualifier in the person specification. This factor add that candidate for being considered to the job. This is concluded that not meeting minimum requirements complication. Uh, ayun, kung yun, qualification, sorry, lack essential certification, lack experience providing false information, or having issues such as poor reference. If if candidate fails to meet essential criteria, they are unusual failed or failed to select as a employee. Now, if you are selected or pass the recruit the criteria, you discuss you will be the terms of condition of the job. These are the first if you are pass sorry again if you are pass this criteria or job evaluation will be discussed or orientation called orientation on your first day of work. You discuss about did you discuss about policies the are really important or inside and outside company that you have applied. Essentials the that's this is that is responsible and this also these terms and conditions included your responsibilities as employer defense or your assign or duties. This is example of criteria or they called sorry called evaluation employer evaluation. So the select on the left we have qualifications that we should be meet the employer or applications for to pass and selected as a potential employer employee. So next and we discuss the next steps or process of the recruitment and selections, which is application process. This format produced through the which applicants or candidates apply for the job um need to submit their resume or CV. They are included here. So in the resume recruit, they include there are your personal background, your educational background, skills. If you are experienced or you experience work before, just put in there is you put your resume and and another and etc. So this is I provide the example or resume in I will search on source in Google to get the samples on this resume or you need requirements that you need pass when your application process. This is included the in educational background, the skills, him personal background, and the contact number. I don't call it. I forgot, but you need put the number of some your family members or any case or I forgot on what to call that. That guys, that's it. And thank you for listening, everyone. Have a nice day.
Good day, everyone. Today, I will be discussing shortlisting and key points in recruitment. Recruitment is an important process for organization because it helps them to find the right employees for the job. In this presentation, I will explain what shortlisting is, the steps involved in shortlisting, why it is important, and some key principles that companies follow when hiring employees. Now, next slide. What is shortlisting? Shortlisting is the process of selecting the most suitable applicants from all the applications received for a job position. When companies post a job opening, they usually receive many applications. Because of this, it will be difficult and time-consuming to interview everyone. To solve this problem, employers review the applications and choose only the candidates who best match the qualifications, skills, and experience needed for the job. These selected candidates are then invited for the next stage of the hiring process, such as interviews or tests. Next slide. Steps in shortlisting. There are several important steps involved in shortlisting applicants. First, employers remove applicants who are disqualified or who submitted incomplete requirements. This may include missing document or qualification that do not match the job. And second, they reject candidates who do not meet the essential requirements of the job, such as required education, experience, or specific skills. And third, employers compare the remaining applicants by looking at their qualification, work experience, and abilities to see who best matches the job description. And fourth, candidates are ranked from the most suitable to least suitable. Fifth, companies may also consider fairness and diversity, especially when many applicants have similar qualifications. Finally, employers record their decisions and the reasons behind them to ensure transparency and fairness in the hiring process. Next slide. Why shortlisting matters? Shortlisting is very important in the recruitment process. First, it helps save time and effort because employers focus only on the most qualified candidate instead of reviewing every single application in detail. Second, it ensures fairness by using clear criteria when selecting applicants. This helps prevent favoritism or bias. Third, it improves the quality of hiring because companies can carefully compare candidates and choose the person who best fits the job. Lastly, it reduces hiring mistake. Hiring the wrong employee can cost time, money, and productivity. So shortlisting helps minimize that risk. Now, let's move on to some key points in recruitment. First, companies should advertise job vacancy in place where the best candidates are likely to see them, such such as job website, social media platforms, or university job boards. Second, job advertisements reflect the company's image. A clear and professional advertisement can attract more qualified candidates. Third, how a company handles applications also show its efficiency. Responding to applicants in a timely and respectful way creates a good impression. Fourth, during shortlisting, applicants must be matched carefully with the job requirements to ensure the right fit. Finally, companies should promote diversity and equal opportunities so that all qualified applicants have a fair chance. In addition to these key points, effective recruitment brings several benefits to organizations. A good recruitment process attracts talented and skilled applicants who can contribute to the company's success. Clear criteria for selection also help prevent favoritism and ensure fairness. Technology, such as applicant tracking system, can help companies manage and filter application more efficiently. Most importantly, a fair and organized recruitment process improves the company's reputation and makes it more attractive to future job seekers. To summarize, shortlisting is an important step in recruitment because it helps organizations identify the most suitable candidates from many applicants. By following a and structured process, companies can save time, improve hiring decisions, promote diversity, and strengthen their reputation.
That's all for our presentation. Thank you for your time and attention, and we hope this gave you a clear understanding of the job vacancy. We believe that recruitment is not only about filling an empty role, but about matching the right person to the right opportunity. By combining internal and external strategies, organization can maximize existing talent while also bringing in fresh ideas and perspectives.